Hello, my name is Asaya, um, and the date is November 18th, 2024. Um, this is for my sociology class, and this is my submission of why Americans aren't paid enough, interpreted through the lens of conflict theory. Why Americans aren't paid enough, a conflict theory. Conflict theory is a way of understanding society that focuses on the power struggles between different groups. In this case, it helps explain why many Americans aren't paid enough, even though they work hard. The theory created by Karl Marx argues that the rich and powerful use their wealth to control and exploit the working class to make more money. So, the reason many people in the US struggle to make ends meet can be traced back to how the economy is set up, to benefit the wealthy at the expense of the working class. According to the conflict theory, there's a huge power imbalance between employers and workers. The people who own businesses or control industries have a lot of power because they control wages. Employers try to keep labor costs as low as possible to make as much money they can. This often results in workers being paid just enough to survive, but not enough to thrive. For example, many Americans work full-time jobs, but still struggle with things like paying bills, saving money, or buying a home. This situation shows how, in a capitalist system, the rich continue to get richer, while working class people don't get paid fairly for their labor. The reason many Americans don't get paid enough, according to conflict theory, is that the system is set up to benefit the wealthy. In this system, employers and large corporations try to keep wages as low as possible to maximize their profits. This leaves workers, especially those without strong unions or collective bargaining power, in a tough spot. They have little ability to demand higher wages or better working conditions. To fix this, conflict theorists believe that they need to change the system so that workers have more power and are paid fairly for the work that they do. If we can make sure that wages are more in line with the value that workers contribute, and if we give people the tools to fight for their rights at work, we can begin to narrow the growing gap between the rich and the rest of us. Only then can we hope to build a fair society where everyone has a chance to succeed, not just those at the top. Me personally, I work around 40 hours a week as a 19-year-old, and I don't have many bills. But as I get older, the more I realize that it is almost impossible to get rich working a 9 to 5. This sometimes makes me feel like I'm gonna have to work until I die, especially as things get more expensive, like the cost of living, groceries, and gas. America is built on making the rich richer, while the lower and middle classes work to barely make ends meet. In terms of income, conflict theory says that the reason many Americans aren't paid enough is that the system is stacked in the favor of the rich. The people who own businesses or run big corporations have the power to decide how much workers are being paid. And because they want to make as much money as possible, they keep wages low. This benefits them, but it means that many workers don't get paid fairly for the work that they do. Even though people work hard, especially those in lower paying jobs, their income doesn't go up as much. Employers often pay them just enough to keep them working, but not enough to live comfortably or save for the future. At the same time, the wealthiest people, like CEOs or big company owners, have seen their salaries grow much faster than regular workers' wages. This makes the income gap between the rich and poor even bigger. Thank you.